It is time.
Guys, if you're just joining us, we're here with our special guest, Owen Murphy from One Drop Design Studios, who does artwork for really big bands like Grateful Dead and Foo Fighters and many more. How you doing, Owen?
I'm great. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're having a great time. It's so far amazing picks. But I got to ask you, Owen, what do you think about Stevie Wonder?
Yeah, he's Stevie Wonder, you know?
Yeah. well, this next one doesn't even need a real introduction. It's all the way back from '76. We're going to be listening to Sir Duke, which is, of course, an amazing song. I didn't have I've always had a liking towards Stevie Wonder, but I never had like a serious respect for him as a musician until I had to sing one of his songs, and it was "I Wish," and it's on our current set list with my band, and that song just kills my voice, and I love the song. It's really fun to sing. But Stevie Wonder just had chops like all the way around. So let's listen to Sir Duke.
What a classic.
Yeah.
Like you already know the song from like the first like 3 seconds.
Right, just the
It's
horn.
iconic. Yeah.
Great album cover, too.
Music is a world within itself. There's
Yeah.
a language we all understand.
You think you can sing Stevie?
All right.
With an equal opportunity for all to sing, dance, and clap their
It reminds me of Michael Jackson too.
But just because the record has a groove, don't make it in the groove. But you can tell right away it's Dr. A when the people start to move. They can feel it all over. They can feel
Yeah,
it
nobody's recovered it. Unless they really know what they're doing.
They can feel it all over. They can feel it all over. People go.
Talk about ripping bass.
Yeah.
The bass is right along with it all.
Music knows it is and always will be one of the things that life just won't quit. But here's some of music's pioneers that time will not allow us to forget.
It's so happy-go-lucky.
Now, there's Basie Miller, Timo, and the king of all Sir Duke. And with a voice like Alex ringing out, there's no way the band could lose. You can feel it all over. You can feel it all over, people. You can feel it all over.
Good, uplifting.
You can feel it
happy
all over, people.
Oh, I love the song so much. You know who
So
this song is
iconic.
about, right? It's about Duke Ellington. Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah, He wanted to do an album, kind of celebrating his the song, basically celebrating his big influences, and Duke Ellington is a huge influence, and that's why he wrote the song.
When we listen to really classic songs on this show, I always try and visualize it like when it first came out.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like this like caricature thing, right, that I've heard a million times, like when it was still new and it was still raw and it was still like, you know, the shit. And I can't imagine what it must have been like to like hear this for the first time, especially because it came out in like 1976. And so there's a lot of like turmoil going on like in the world. And so I feel like it's something that people needed at that time.
Yeah, and the hook is ridiculously catchy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to be sad hearing that.
It's just like hook after hook, though. I mean, the horn line's a hook, the verse is a hook, the chorus
The
is
walk
a hook.
down, yeah.
I mean, it's even the bass line is a hook if you listen to it.
I've been breaking down the album cover too.
Yeah,
Of,
it's pretty crazy.
It is crazy. It's fun. The typography is funny to me, but that's just how it was back then.
That's how it was, you know. What was crazy to me about songs like this back then is when you think about it, is like this is what was on the radio, you know. Like you don't hear stuff like this on the radio anymore. It's just kind of like it's not the same kind of like feel.
Well, this was You know, Stevie Wonder was groundbreaking.
Yeah,
and now
absolutely.
it's just really, they're serving up the same shit that we've
Right,
been
right.
eating for.
Yeah, this is
You
what
know?
exactly. There's so many bands that are just beating this horse over and over and over and over and over again, and they're going to continue to do it.
You know, they have that
And
kind of
don't
music.
get me wrong.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I could vibe to anything if, like, the older I get and the more I think about, you know, art and all that shit.
Right.
But yeah, like, I'd like to hear something a little bit more unique on the radio. So
Yeah, unique and complex on the radio. I mean, the stuff's out there. Definitely, there's people making music like that. It's just not going to the masses. You know,
Exactly.
This was going to the masses of people, and it was exciting time.
Yeah, and I also like that you mentioned the album cover too, because this is like one of like the biggest albums of its genre, you know, that came out, and you know, a whole team of people looked at that graphic and they were like, "This is it.
Yeah.
Let's run with it. Print it, you know, on 100,000 vinyl. Let's go."
and Stevie approved it.
And they're like, "Wait a minute, wait a minute, put Stevie's face in it."
Yeah.
You can feel it all over. You can feel it all over, people. You can feel it all over. You can feel it all over.
Good tribute to Duke there. Well, I'm glad this could play this.
You can feel it all over. You can feel it all over, people. You can feel it all over. You can feel it all over, people. You can feel it all over. You can feel it all over, people. You can feel it.
Bass line. Oh my god.
And the keyboard too.
I can feel it all over now, people. Can't you feel it all over? Come on, let's feel it all over, people. You can feel it all over. Everybody all over, people. Go!
Good, nasty.
Sick. What a great song.
Sick.
I like how they ended on that.
Yeah.
They're just
A
like
double
da
hit.
da
Yeah.
over
It's great.
instead of like a fade out, which a lot of people back then tended to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love
What made you bring the song, EJ?
it. Well, I've been wanting to put a Stevie Wonder song on. This is one of my favorite Stevie Wonder songs. I love a ton of his stuff, and I was just trying to figure out, you know, what was a good song to just kind of start off our little Stevie Wonder journey we're going to end up going on. And I just like the uplifting part of it.
It
I
sounded like
remember
a
it.
Disney soundtrack.
Kind of.
Good one.
Anyway, I
Oh,
can
the
see that.
last-
It reminds me, to tell you the truth, because I'm old, and I was live during that time, and I remember it. And this is what's funny is, like, I remember like Stevie going on like the Muppet Show and doing this because I was a huge Muppet Show fan in my youth when I was like 5 years old, and I just remember that, you know, him doing stuff with them, and then also just him, you know, being on the television and on the radio and stuff like that. And it was a really great time for music. It was nice to grow up in.
I think you mentioned something, Owen, but it's a question I got to ask too. Is like, who picked? Like, who's the one that okayed it? You know, because you know someone somewhere had to tell him, you know, this is what it's going to be. You know, he probably didn't give a shit. He's probably just like, just do it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
someone
Whatever.
told him to shoot a free throw too, and you know,
Oh my god! Yeah,
his PR team isn't great.
yeah. We got us a chat. Clean Junior says, "Which goat submitted songs in the key of life? And how have y'all not all already heard the album already?"
Oh, I already heard the album. Yeah.
So that was EJ. EJ's the one who submitted that. Thank
That
you
was
so
a
much.
mouthful.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was. I felt like I was going to pass out. But we made it. I made it. We're doing it.
That's right.